Welcome to another edition of House Notes TV. I'm your host, Stephanie Gates, and we will be bringing to you information about first-time home buyers, mortgages, and so much more. Stay tuned.
My high school years were consumed by football practice, workouts, and training. From 2010 to 2012, I attended over 50 college camps across the country. I've been to schools such as USC, UCLA, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio State, Penn State, and more. And about 90% of these camps, my dad stayed on the sideline and coached me up and watched me perform.
Welcome to another edition of House Notes TV. Today, we are going to be interviewing Mr. Jordon Johnson himself. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I can't complain. I just got back in town this morning, actually.
Oh, where are you coming from?
Maryland.
Oh, okay. How was that? That's the hometown, right?
Yes, it was great. I went for my birthday. I just turned 19, so.
Happy birthday.
I had some fun for the past few days. I'm ready to get back to work.
Okay, good. Very good. So tell us a little bit about you and the podcast that you have.
The Gen Z Future Fortunes podcast. So a little about myself. I'm 19. Like I said, I'm from Maryland. I don't plan on going to college. I recently just graduated high school. Tucker.
Yeah.
My bad, though. Recently just graduated high school. I figured I'd go into real estate because you don't need a degree for it, and it's something that is very lucrative. So I feel like that's the best of both worlds. And as far as the Gen Z Future Fortunes podcast, I just started that with my broker, Mr. Julius Cartwright, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we grow that. It's basically a podcast for people ages Gen Z, what is that? It's probably about 16 to 24, I think, or 14 to 24, something like that. But basically the younger people that grew up with like technology at their fingertips. So we're just trying to reach that audience and just get them to understand money, finances, real estate, really just things like that. Okay, so you mentioned that you're studying to get your real estate license, right? So how's that going for you? That's actually going great. I have scheduled my test. I take it in the next few days, but I don't want to say when. Yeah. I feel like that's going to give me bad luck. Yeah, that's okay. I totally understand. I'm taking my test soon. I recently just finished my classes, so I'm looking forward. I'm hoping I pass the first time. Okay. That's my goal. I don't want to have to pay a whole bunch of times. I feel confident, though. I feel confident. Okay, and where did you study? I went through Honjo's. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I heard they were a pretty good school. It was a lot of information, so I learned a lot there. So what made you want a career in real estate specifically? Growing up, like, I would always watch HGTV with my mom. I feel like that's everybody's starter point, like watching TV or just seeing something on YouTube or social media. But that's like basically what sparked my interest in real estate. I used to watch that with my mom. And then, like I said, as I was going through high school, I had to think, what can I do outside or like once I graduate that doesn't require a degree? Because I think by about 10th grade, I knew I didn't want to go to college. So I had to start thinking of options that would allow me to make money without having to use a degree. So that's kind of where my head went. And real estate is kind of like, I wouldn't say you can do what you want in real estate, but you have some type of freedom. Like you're not clocking in 9 to 5. You don't have to always like go by somebody's rule book, listen to what everybody tells you. So I feel like that's just good for my personality. It suits my personality. And there's room for growth. It allows you to, like for real estate, your potential is whatever you want it to be. Like the ceiling is whatever you're capable of. So I feel like that's good for me. Very good. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. You guys, we'll be right back. House Notes TV, where we will be bringing you information about the home buyer experience as well as resources to help you through it. Welcome back, and again we are here with Mr. Jordon Johnson. Again, thank you for being here. So tell us a little bit about where you think the Gen Z group or generation is in the home buying process. Like, is that something they're interested in? Is that something that we need to do to make them more interested in it? What are your thoughts? I for sure think that Gen Z is interested in buying homes. From personal experience especially, I've been telling my dad I'm trying to buy a house as soon as possible. So I'm really trying to get into that home ownership category, and I can honestly say that that's the case for a lot of people in my generation because we're an independent generation. I'll say that. Like, we like to make our own money. We like to spend money. Definitely like to spend money. So we have luxurious lifestyles in our heads. So I feel like home ownership is something that we're definitely chasing, and I feel like it's something that's definitely on the horizon. Like within the next few years, I plan on getting my first house by the time I'm 22. So
okay, you're almost there. So do you feel like your podcast and equity movement are a benefit to Gen Z, and if so, why?
For sure a benefit, because like I said when I was explaining the podcast, it's trying to reach the younger people and just getting them to understand like money, finances, how to build your credit, how to buy homes like you were just asking me about. So I feel like, because not a lot of people get this type of information at home. I was fortunate enough to be raised by two parents that were very financially intelligent, so they passed down a lot of things to me that I can use to build on and like help myself, like buy property, things like that. So for the people that aren't as fortunate as me to have people in their life to give them that type of information, I feel like that's what we are for them. So I definitely feel like it's beneficial.
Awesome. What do you think will get the attention of young folks in your generation?
As far as the podcast, real estate, or just
real estate in general?
Real estate in general, I feel like it kind of sells itself, because real estate, like the thing that makes me interested in real estate, like I like looking at nice homes, and I feel like a lot of people in my generation are the same. Like we have Twitter accounts, TikTok accounts, Instagram accounts, all out there just posting fancy homes. And I definitely know people my age look at stuff like that, and it's an inspiration. So I feel like, what was the question? I'm sorry. I just started talking, I forgot the
That's
question.
okay. What do you think it'll take to reach the people in your generation, just to get them in that, oh, I think I should buy a house mode?
Definitely some type of work on social media, because that's where we spend a lot of our time. So like I said, the fancy houses we see on social media, I feel like that's something that'll get into our heads like, wow, I'm trying to really buy a house now. So definitely social media. And music has a lot of influence on our lives. So I feel like if we hear something in music that promotes home ownership or promotes buying homes, I feel like that's something that'll spark us and make us want to buy homes as well.
At what age do you think people should begin to learn about home ownership and credit and just that whole experience?
I feel like as early as possible. Obviously, you can't grasp concepts that grand like at early ages. So I feel like whenever you're able to understand like the value of a dollar, I'll say, like once you start understanding money and how it works, what age would you say that is? About 12, 13 maybe?
I got my first job at 13, so I'll go with 13.
About 13, 14, I feel like that's a good age. Yeah. 14.
Okay. So is there anything else that maybe you want to share with the audience that is important for them to know, or that you think they should know?
One thing I can say is that we should always be willing to learn, and that I'm not even only saying that to my generation, but really everybody, because there's always information out here to be absorbed and used for good and evil, but preferably good. But yeah, just keep learning. Don't stay stagnant. Don't just get comfortable and be like, this is my life. So
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely keep learning.
Last but not least, let us know where we can find your podcast and how we can contact you if we want to after you get your real estate license.
Yeah, my podcast, you can go on Instagram, Gen Z Future Fortunes. I'm not sure if you want me to spell it. Can y'all put it in the description or something?
Yeah,
it's GENZ Future Fortunes. That's on Instagram, on Twitter. I think those are the only two social medias we have right now, as well as YouTube. Go to Gen Z Future Fortunes as well on YouTube. And myself, my Instagram, that's the main social media I use. You can follow me at Jordon Flair, JORLAFLAREE. I'll be getting my real estate license really soon, so I'm looking forward to diving into the real estate world. Hopefully making some money.
Yeah, you're definitely going to make some money.
That's the goal.
Well, again, thank you so much for your time and being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Follow us on Equity Movement 247 on all the social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
Thank you for watching this edition of House Notes TV. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to press the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any valuable content. See you soon.